and as objectives for this meeting. So we will review the arrays, the strings builder, and the wrapper classes. So let's start by the arrays. So as you know, the array is a collection of items of the same type. Okay. So if you have many items with same types, you can collect them, you can arrange them in an array, okay? And so this is an array of integer, for example. For each array, you will have the array elements, okay? The 2, the 4, the 52, okay? And you will have the array index. And be careful about the index, okay, array index. It will start by 0, okay, and it will reach the length of your array minus 1, okay. So if you have here, what is the size of your array? What is the length of your array? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay. The number of items in this array is 7. However, the array index will go from 0 to 6, okay? So be aware of that. Be careful, okay? In the Java, we will start the indexing by 0, not by 1. So the array uses the elements index, and an index must be a non-negative integer, okay? How you can declare an array? So in Java, the array variables are references, okay? If I ask you what is the primitive variables, can you tell me what is the primitive variables, or what if give me some examples of primitive variables? What are the primitive variables? You can speak, you can.
Like integer, double float.
Double float, good. Byte. What else? Double, short, integer, int. Boolean. Boolean, good. What else?
Chart.
Chart, okay. We said the chart. We should say double, chart, long, integer. We have also character. Boolean and character.
Sure.
Okay.
Double short and byte.
Byte, yeah, byte. Also, okay. So the in Java, okay, so this is the primitives, okay. Now, what is the difference between the primitives and the references variables? What is the differences? What is the difference? ايش الفرق بين ال primitives variables وال references variables? What we said about a primitives variable? We said that in the primitive variables, we will store the value of your variable in this memory, okay? In this memory. But this is for the primitive. For the reference, we will refer to. So we will store what? We will store the address, okay? The address of the variable of the value, okay? So if your value is here, so this is your variable of type reference, and you will store here the address of the memory in which you store your variable, okay? So this is the difference between the primitive variables and the reference variables. In the primitive variables, you store, you save, okay? You store the value in this memory, okay? In the same memory. But in the reference, it will refer to. It will refer, so it will contain the address memory of the variable, okay, or of this value, okay. So because, and we said that the array variables, it is reference, so it will contain a reference. This is a reference, okay? Here it will be the address of this variable, okay? Of this variable. So so because arrays are objects, so they have instance variables, and we can access and can invoke methods on them, okay? So this is arrays, it is objects. Two ways to declare arrays of integers. You can use this square brackets after the type or after the name, okay? Or after the name. So this is how you can declare your array. You can create array of Boolean, array of character, array of double, array of string, okay? All of this are valid, okay? So you can use any type of object, okay, inside, or any type of variable, okay? Now, if I ask you how to initialize, it means you need to assign the first value in this. What are the first or the default values in your for your array? So you can use this declaration and assignment int, okay? This is an array of type that will contain items of type integer, okay? This is the name of your array holder, okay? Equal, this is the assignment, the affectation, okay? And this is the initialization, okay? So this is your array, okay? In the first time, the first value that will occupy your array will be the 1, okay? And as you can see, it is a reference, okay? Now, any array or any array creation, you can use the new operator, okay? So all the array types of Java are reference types, not primitives. As such, array objects can be created using the new operator. We say that the arrays are objects, okay? So you can create new instances of this object, okay? And you can use the new operator. We could create an array with room of 5 integer values as follows. So you can use int. This is the type of your array. It means that this is an array of integer, okay? Holder is the name of your array. New operator, it means that you will create a new object, okay? And what is the size of this array? It is 5. So this is what you will have. You will have the default value of the integer. So what is the default value of the integer of all the numeric primitive variables? It is 0, okay? For integer, for double, for float, for int, for long, for byte, for short, okay? All of them will be 0. If I ask you what is the default value for Boolean, what is the default value for Boolean? Default value for Boolean.
I think null.
It is false. False. Okay?
Why false?
This is the default value. Okay?
In the Java?
Yeah, in Java.
Okay.
In Java, the default value for the Boolean is false. Here, the default value for int, for double, for float, it is 0. For all numerical primitive values, it will be 0. Okay? For the character, it will be the bilateral. Okay, it is like this. Okay, some okay, bilateral. Okay, so this is the default value. Now, if you use the new operator, it means that you will use the default values. Okay, here we have only stated that there should be room for 4 integers to be stored, so we can initialize these elements. They will default to be to the value 0 using the assignment to individual locations. If you didn't indicate what is the default value, so it will be the what is the first value or the initialization, so it will be 0. Now, if you need to initialize your array by your way, okay, So you can assign, this is the assignment, okay? You can assign each value, each item in your array to a value. Here it is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, okay? And it is equivalent to this step, okay? You can create, you can use this line, and after that, these 5 lines, it is the same as using this only 1 line. It is the same result, okay? So you can declare and initialize in 1 step. This is the case, declaration and initialization in 1 step, or you can declare, okay, and initialize at different steps, and the output will be the same, okay? The result will be the same. Now, assigning values to individual elements, how you can assign values in arrays. So you can just write the name of your arrays, the index of the item between the square brackets, and the assignment and the value that you need to change, okay, or to assign, okay? So here, this is an example of changing the value stored in holder second. 1, it means the second values here, because we said that the index will start by 0, not by 1. So 0 will be the first value, 1 will be the second value, 2 will be the third value, 3 the fourth value, and 4 is the 5th value, okay? Now, if you need to change the array reference, this one, the reference, it means that we can make an array reference variable refer to a different object. So imagine that you create in this step. So what we said, what we have done here in this first, in this, tell me. What?
Declaration and initialization.
Yeah, good. We declare and we initialize an array of integer called or named holder2 by the items 1, 2, 3. Okay? So this is what we have done by this line. Okay? We create a reference to an array of type integer that contain the value 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, when we assign or when we apply this instruction, holder is equal to holder2. This is holder, okay? This is holder. And now when we apply holder is equal to holder2, it means this holder will refer to the second array, okay? And by this instruction, we change the array reference, okay? مع الهولدر يأشر إلى 1 10 1 1 1. No, okay? This reference will be discarded, will be deleted, okay? And the holder now will refer to the second, to these elements, okay? 1, 2, 3, okay? So this is how you can change an array reference. How you can access the data, the data that you have in your array. So we can refer to an item using the index, okay? So you can assign a value or you can access the value of your item in your array using the index. The index is very important, okay? So you just, you will use the index enclosed in square brackets after the name of the array, okay? It is the same like here in the assignment. If you need to put something in your array, or if you need to have a look at the content of your array, so you can use the index, the name of your array between enclosed and the index enclosed in square brackets. You will get the value, okay? Holder of 1, holder of 2, holder of 3, etc. Now, for the array, you have the an important instance variable, okay, which is called length. Okay, the arrays have an variable called length. It is variable. Okay, it is attributes. It is not method. Okay, it is just an attribute. So the arrays have an instance variable called length, which gives the capacity of the array, which will give you the capacity. Okay, how many items you can store into or inside this array. Okay, so this is the length. Okay, the capacity. And the array length will give the number of locations in your array and not the number of initialized location. Okay, it will give you the number of locations, okay, in your array. Now an array length is fixed at the point when the array is created. It is very important. An array length is fixed. So once you create an array that contains 5 items, the length will be 5. Even if you store some 3 elements, some 4 elements, some 1 elements, the size or the capacity of your array is 5. Okay, you cannot extend your array and you cannot shrink your array. Okay, you cannot change the length of your array. Now, accessing an array beyond the array's capacity will cause a runtime error. What is meant by this? Accessing an array beyond the array's capacity. Look here. For this holder, what is the length of this array holder? What is the length of holder? If we focus on holder.
5.
5. Okay, 5. Good. Now, if I write holder of 5, holder, we said that how we can access the items. We said that using index. If I write holder of 5, is it true?
No.
False,
Why it is false?
because array start from 0.
Yeah, good, because from 0 to 4. So this is an runtime error, okay? Because we are beyond the array's capacity. We don't, it is not defined for, there is nothing here, okay? There is no items in the index 5, okay? So this is why it will be reported as a runtime error, okay? Clear this point? So keep in your mind that any array length is fixed. The array has fixed length and it will be assigned, or it will be defined from the creation of your array. You will access an array using the index, okay? And any accessing to the array element beyond the array capacity will cause a runtime error. So note again that the length is an instance variable associated with arrays, while okay, the length between and after that parenthesis is a method for the strings. Okay, keep in your mind this note. Okay, note this, it is very important. The length, it is an instance. So how you can invoke the length? It is just the dot. Okay, this is how you can invoke dot length. Okay, so name here is the name of your array of integer. Okay, and name dot length, it will report the length. Okay, now if you have the length and between parentheses, so this will be used with the strings, with data type strings. Okay, so this is the difference between arrays and strings. The strings have the length as method, okay, but the arrays has the length as variable. Okay, it is like your name, your I don't know the name of the students. If I have a class name, age, course, level, faculty, etc. Okay, so it attributes, okay? It will depend on the students. Here it will depend on the arrays, okay? Now, mutability of strings and arrays. We will see what is called by mutability, mutable and not mutable, okay? So the arrays and the strings are both fixed length entities. يعني إذا استخدمت arrays or strings from the beginning it will be fixed. إذا قلت أنا بستخدم arrays في له 5 items, so you cannot change this length, okay? Or phrase, sentence في له 5 أحرف 6 أحرف 7 أحرف, you cannot change, okay? So the length will be fixed, okay? They cannot be extended or even shrink. ما تقدر لا تكبر ولا تصغر، okay? A string والarray حجمهم ولا عدد الايتمز جواتهم fixed, okay? It is not dynamic. So look at these examples. If I said int and close the brackets, square brackets, holder 1 1 1 1 1. This is what we have done here, okay? Here in the first we create an array called, let's focus here. It is an array, sorry. Here it is an array that will contain 1 1 1. So what is the output? This is holder. Okay, and your holder will refer to this array, okay? How many items in this array? How many items? 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. This is the first element, or the first, line, okay? Now the second line, you will create another holder to another array of integer, okay? Holder 2, and this holder 2 will refer to a array that contain 1 2 and 3, okay? Now what we have done here, holder is equal to holder 2. What is the output? What we said about holder is equal to holder 2. What we said about that? We said that now holder will not refer to this array, it will refer to this array, okay? So as you can see here, this array 1 2 3, okay? So the third line above does not change the length of the original array referenced by the holder with all ones. So it will make holder reference a different array of smaller length, okay? But the array length here will not change, okay? The length of holder still is equal to 5, even if it refer to 1 to 3, okay? So an array length is fixed at the point when the array is created. Here it is created. So what is the length of this holder? It is 5. Here it is created. What is the length of holder 2? It is 3. So even when we assign or when we change the reference holder to holder 2, the length of holder still equal to 5. Okay? And the contents now, we said that the contents of the array can be changed provided we have a reference to an array, and this is what is called mutable, okay? The contents of the array can be changed. So instead of 1 1 1 1 1, it will be 1 2 3 1 1, okay? Because here we will assign these values to the first 3 values, okay? Clear? So this is what is called by mutable. Mutable, it means that the contents can change. The contents of your array can change, but the size will not change. Okay? Now reference, we remember with reference variable as a string or array. So there are several steps taken to create a useful object referenced by a variable, which are, you need in the first declare a reference variable of the appropriate type. You need to create, okay, and generally the creation and the initialization will be done in one step of this object, and you will after that make the reference variable refer to the created object. Okay, so this is the different steps. Now, now this is all about the arrays. Is it clear now for the array? So let's summarize the array. So what we said about the arrays, someone can help us summarize all the characteristics of arrays. What we said about arrays.
It has a fixed length.
Yeah, good. It has a fixed length. What else?
It is reference data type.
It is a reference variable. Okay, it will refer to an object. Okay, what else?
We can declare and initialize in one step.
Yeah, we can declare and initialize. Now, how you can initialize? How you can make values for these arrays? What we said about the assigned values. What we said about assigning values and accessing data. We said that it is using the index. Okay, using the index enclosed in square brackets. So if you said holder of 1 is equal to 10, it means that make this 10 into the second value of the whole of this array. If you use holder of 1 or holder of 0, so it will make here the value of holder 0. You can take the value of any item in your array using the index. Okay. And the last one now, we said that the arrays are mutable. It means that you can change the contents of your arrays. Okay? Clear? Clear till now the arrays? Any question about the array?
Yes.
Clear.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So we will now move to the strings, another reference type. Okay? The strings. Okay? So a string now, it is a sequence of characters. We said that the arrays, it is a collections of any data type with the same type, okay? Now for the strings, no, it is not a collection of any data type. It is rather a sequence of characters, okay? So the contents, the elements or the items inside the strings are called characters. So for example, a string could be used to store the person's name. A string could be used to store the passport ID. Okay. Also it can be for the flight number. Okay. Anything that will combine the numbers with characters, so you can use it as a string. Okay. So strings, if you focus on the S, it is capital. Okay. So it means that the strings is a class. We said that as a convention in Java, all the classes will start by capital. Okay. The reserved word will be in upper case. Lower case. The reserved word. Okay. The methods will start by lower case. So when you see this capital S, it means that it is a class. Okay. And the strings, and when it is a class, so each class has some attributes and some methods that you can enjoy using. the methods for this class. So the strings are represented using the reference type core string, and the string literals are denoted by enclosing their characters in double quotation. Okay, mark. So when you have double quotation, it means that this is a string. Okay, when you have single quotation, it means that it is what? Single quotation?
Character.
Character, good. So the string declaration, how you can declare the string, it is the same as the other data type. You will write string, the data type, okay? And after that, the names for your variables, okay? So this is the declaration of two variables of type string. No strings are created by such a declaration, and the reference values in these variables have not yet been initialized. So this is just a declaration. There is no object till now. If I, for example, use name is equal, for example, to, I don't know, to address, for example, it will show you an error, okay? Because there is nothing here and nothing here. Till now, just this is a declaration, okay? There is no objects, there is no reference, there is no, okay, values, okay? Now, if I use now a declaration and after that an initialization, string name, and after that name is equal to Ali, okay? So here we have declare a variable and initialize this variable to contain a reference to the string object storing the characters Ali, okay? So this is your name, this is name, this is your name, and this is Ali, this is the string Ali, okay? This is the object Ali. This is your name. Now your name will refer to Ali. Okay, this is what we have done by these two lines. Okay, we declare the variable. This is the declaration of variable. We initialize this variable. So we have done these two steps: declaration and the creation. Okay, and making reference to the created object. So we create an object of type string and we store inside this variable Ali. We create an object called name of type string, and now this name will refer to this object storing the characters Ali. Okay, so this is what is meant by these two lines. Clear? Now, it is mentioned here that there is two ways to construct a string. There is two ways. You can use the new operator. As you know, string, we said that string, it is a class, so you can use the constructor, okay? We will see that later, all this, okay, the syntax of any class, okay? So we will invoke the constructor, okay? So you can create a string S using a new string, and there is many constructors. So there is constructor, default constructor with no arguments, constructor with one argument, constructor with two arguments, etc. Okay, this is related to the class itself string. Clear? So here we used a constructor with one argument, and here this is the default constructor with no arguments. Okay, so with no arguments, it means that will be the default value. Here now, you will assign some value to your string. Okay, so here example, string is equal, message. The message, this is the name of your string variable, and you will use a new string, welcome to Java. Okay, so this is welcome to Java. Welcome to Java, okay? It will be written literally, okay? Letter by letter, not in abbreviation like I write here, okay? This is message. Okay, and it will refer to this object. Okay, clear? So this is the first way. You can invoke the constructor, you can use the new operator. Another way is to use the initializer. Okay, like here. This is an initializer. Just it is not using the new operator. Just you will create a string, okay, literal values, and after that you will assign this message to your string. Okay, like here, string name is equal to Ali, and after that you will have this name refer to Ali. Okay, so the result will be the same. Okay, a variable of type string will refer to another object in which you store your message. Okay, clear? Till now, is it clear, guys? If you have any questions,
Yes, clear.
please stop me. Okay. Okay. Now a special string literal is the string with no contents. This is the default value. Okay, no contents, and it is called the empty string. Okay, a string الفاضية. Okay, and it is written by a double quotation and nothing between this double quotation. Okay, clear? Clear till now, guys?
Clear.
Yes, clear.
Yes, clear.
Okay, so when I assign the empty string to name, it means that name will refer to nothing. Okay, will refer to an empty string. Okay, without a space. If there is a space, it means that there is something. Okay, now here without a space between these double quotation. Now look at these statements or these instructions. So in the first line, it is shown by the figure 1. So in the first line, you create two objects, name and name2, and the type of these objects or the type of these variables is a string. Okay, clear? This is the first line, and this is what we said. What is the name of this step? The name?
Declaration.
Good, declaration. This is declaration. Okay, just we declare that we will use two variables of type strings, and the name of these variables are name and name2. Okay, clear? Now the second line. In the second line, you have name is equal to David Jones. What we have done here?
Initialization.
Initialization and making reference. Okay, and making reference. So this is the initialization and this is the making reference. Okay, this is what we said here, the steps. We said that there are several steps when we deal with reference variables such as the string and the array. So you have several steps to create a useful object referenced by a variable. You need to declare, you need to create or initialize and making the reference. Okay, so this is what we have done here. This is making the reference. Okay, and this is the initialization. Now name2 is equal to name. What we have done in the third line, name2 is equal to name. This is what we have done. ايش سوينا هنا في الفيجر 2 في الفيجر 3؟
Assigned name to name2.
Assign, yeah, assign or okay, assign the name2, okay, to the same object as name1, so they will refer to the same object. Okay, when you have name2 is equal to name, so they will refer to the same object. Okay, now if I write name is equal to Roderick, name is equal to Roderick. So what we have done here,
Replace.
yeah, we change the reference. We change reference with another object. So this is the second object that we created here. It is Roderick, and we change this reference from David Jones to Roderick. Okay, we don't change, we don't do anything for name 2. Okay, name 2 will refer to David Jones. Okay, clear? So please, you need to understand this tracing. This is a tracing of your codes, and you need to understand, because usually, and you will have such questions in your exams. Okay, clear till now?
Clear,
Now
clear.
let's talk about now about mutability. Mutability. What we said about the arrays. Are the array mutable?
Yes.
Yes, we said
Yes.
that arrays are mutable. We can change the contents. We can change the contents of your array. Let's see that for the strings. Now consider the following code. String S is equal to fish and S is equal to cat. Okay? So this does not change the length of the original string, which is fish. Okay? In the first, you create a string S is equal to fish. So what is the size? What we said about the size, we said that the size will not change. Okay? For both arrays and the strings, it will be defined from the creation. So once you create this S is equal to fish, so you will have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the length of your string will be 4. Okay, S. Now what changes is, now when we write S is equal to cat, what we have changed, in fact, we changed the reference. Okay, so in the first you have fish. This is fish. And this is S. Okay, and you have S refer to fish. This is, okay, the first step. After that, you have S is equal to cat. So this is cat, the object cat. And now your will not refer to fish, your S will refer to cat. Okay, so the size of your S still is equal to 4. Okay, even if the object will be different. Okay, so which are the first points to a string with object with value fish, and then it will refer to another string which with value is equal to cat. So whereas contents of arrays can be changed mutable, okay, the contents of your strings cannot be mutable. The strings now are said to be immutable. They cannot be changed at all once created. Okay, just this will be discarded, will be omitted, and this is the contents now of your string. Okay, now a string now, it is object is immutable. So once it is created, its contents cannot be changed. Okay, now if I said that the following code change the contents of the string, does it change the contents of your string? What do you think? Okay, Abdulaziz, you can, Abdulaziz, no problem.
Again,
So
please.
Yeah, we said that the string is immutable, yes or no? It means that the contents will not be changed, okay? Now, if I said that S is equal to Java and after that S is equal to HTML, does this mean that the string contents will change?
No.
No, okay? So let's trace this code and we will see how it will be done, okay? So when we have string S is equal to Java, we said that we will create a variable S, okay, of data type string, and it will refer to this string. And the string here, object, is a Java, okay? So this is the content of this string, object. Now, when you execute S is equal to HTML, just the reference will be changed, okay? just the reference. So the string object will be now unreferenced, this one, the first one, and your object S will refer to the second string. Okay. So we don't have, in fact, the change of your string because the Java strings are immutable. Okay. So this is how you can see this two lines of codes. Okay, clear?
Clear.
Okay. It is not like the arrays. We said that for the arrays you have these items. Okay, so even if you change the reference from this one to the other one, just the items will be different. Okay, just it will be updated. This is what is called mutable. Okay, this is the same object, just I will replace these items by another items. Now here for the strings, if you change the reference, so that you change almost all the object. Okay, you will not just change the items. Okay, so this is the difference between the arrays and this is why the arrays are mutable, but the string are not mutable. The arrays, in the arrays you can have access to each item. Okay, now here you don't have access to the first item, the second item, the third item. Okay, why? Because it is immutable. You cannot change. If it is accessed, so you can change one letter, two letters, okay? But it is not mutable, so you will change the whole string. Okay? So this is the difference between the arrays and the strings. Let's have a look at this code and trace this code. So in the first, we have a string S1 is equal to welcome to Java. Okay, so you will create a string object. This is your string object. In this string object, you have welcome to Java, and now your object S1 will refer to string. Okay. Now string S2 is equal to new string welcome to Java. Does this object will be equal to that, to the same as this object? What do you think?
No.
No, sure, good. Why?
Because this object,
The second one, S2, will use the new operator. Okay, so when you use the new operators, it means that it is a new object. It will not matter if this object exists or not. Okay, when you use the new operator, it means that you will create a new object. This is the second object. Okay, even if it will contain the same welcome to Java, but it will be different. Okay, now if I write, so this is S2. Now if I write string S3 is equal to welcome to Java, so for which welcome to Java will refer S3, the first one or the second one?
first one.
The first one.
First one. Okay, this is the first one. So both of S1 and S3 will refer to the first one because welcome to Java, this one is the same as this one. Okay, but if I use another new operator, and even if it is a new operator and like this, so it will be a new object. Okay, clear? So be aware about the contents of these variables. Now let's have a look at this length and what we said about the length for the array. The length for the array is a instance variable. Okay, it is a variable. Okay, it is not a method. For the strings now, the length is a method. Okay, the method, it means it is among the behavior of your strings. Okay, now for example, when you need to show or to print the length of your string. So just you need to use name dot length and don't miss the brackets. Okay, these parentheses, sorry, these parentheses, empty parentheses. Okay, this means that this is a method. Okay, now this evaluates the number of characters in the string referenced by the name. Okay, now if this string were Roderick, okay, so the length method would return the value 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the value. Okay, for the empty string the length is 0. This is the default value for the string. Now another important thing in this string, it is the concatenation, the join. Okay, you can join the strings, you can concatenate the strings using the plus. So the concatenation operator plus will automatically turn any arguments into strings before carrying out a concatenation. If you have anything here, if you have this plus and before this plus string or after this plus is a string, so it will be a concatenation and not a summation. Okay, it is not an addition. إذا في أحد من طرف من الأطراف اللي معاها البلس string. Okay, so it will be concatenation. So let's have a look at this example. If you have int occupancy is equal to 2, string address is equal to fillbelay, and the string print out. Okay, if you write print out is equal to address, so address is a string already, has occupants is a number and occupants, so the output will be Philby Lane has 2 occupants. Okay, anything between double quotation will be written as it is. Okay, you can see here double quotation, double quotation, double quotation. Any variable will be shown the content of this variable. Okay, occupants, the content of occupants is 2. So here it will be 2, not occupants. Okay, clear? Now let's have a look at the equality and the double equal, using double equal and equals. It is very important in Java. Equals هذه دائما يسألوا عليها في الاختبارات. Okay, so please you need to memorize the implementation of equals. Okay, equals for comparison. So if I have, so look here. In the first, we create a string S1 that will refer to hello. This is hello, okay? And this is S1, and now S1 will refer to hello. We will make a tracing, okay? So this is a tracing. What we will do here, it is a tracing, okay? يعني نمشي مع الكود خطوة خطوة, okay? Now I will create another object S2 of data type string, but using the new operator. So does this hello will be the same hello?
No. Different.
No, we said that we need to create a new object that will contain hello, and this is S2 will refer to hello. Now, if S1 is double equal to S2, what is meant? It means that S1 and S2 refer to the same object. This double equal will evaluate the reference. Okay? Does S1 and S2 refer to the same object?
No.
True or false?
False.
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 False. Okay? So this it is not true. So S1 and S2 will not be shown at the output. Okay? Else. So this is S1. It is not true to S2. Okay? So it will be, this part will be discarded and we will move to else. Okay? Else I will print S1 and S2 refer to different objects. This is because they are actually they did not refer to the same object. Now, if I compare using equals, S1 dot equals S2. What I have did do here, I need to compare the contents. Equals, we compare the contents, not the reference. Okay? So if you use the double equal, so this is a comparison with the reference. If you use the equals, it means that you compare the contents. So this is true. S1 and S2 have the same contents. Hello. Okay? But they did not refer to the same reference. They refer to different objects. Okay? Else print. بالطبع هنا ال else ما راح تمشي لأنه already if S1 equals to S2, it's true. Okay? So this part will be discarded. Now we will move to string S3. Now S3 is equal to hello. Does this hello is the same as this hello, the first hellos, or it is different?
Different.
Why it is different? Why?
Because the first letter is small.
Good, because H here is small, okay? And we say that the Java distinguish between small and upper and capital letters, okay? So we will create another object hello with H small, and this is S3, okay? Now, if I ask you S1, does it equal to S3? This is S1.
No.
This is S3. No, why?
No.
Because the spelling is not the same.
The same. Okay, good. So it is false. Now, if I use equals, ignore case. Ignore the upper and the lower case. So what will be the result?
True.
True. Because both of them are hello, but just the difference, it is the first one with H capital, the second one with small capital. Now, if I ignore the case, if I ignore which it is equal to capital and small, so they will be true, okay? Now, I will create another string. So we are still in tracing. I will create another string S4 that it is equal to S3. So what we have here, this is S4, okay? And it will refer to the same object as S3. This is what is meant by here, okay? S3, S4 is equal to S3. It means that S4 will refer to the same object referred by S3, okay? Now, if I said S3 is that equal to S4, is it true?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because they already, okay, have the reference to the same object, okay? And 4 equals, if they refer to the same object, so will necessarily be the same object, okay? In reference and contents. So both here, in this case, when you have assignment, so you will have the double equal and the equals will be true, okay? Now you will create a string S5 that that will refer to hello. So where is S5 now? This is S5. Does I need to create a new object, hello? I need to create a new object here, or no, I don't need?
No, I
No
don't
need.
need.
I don't need, because I have already an object that it is referred to hello, this one. Okay, so just you have now S5 will refer to hello. Okay, now if I compare S3 and S5, S3 and S5 have the same reference. Okay, refer to the same object, so it is true. Now what about the S6? Okay, it is a string and it will refer to hello capital. So this is hello capital. Hello, okay. This is S6. Now, why we didn't refer to this one? This one. to the one created by S2 or referred by S2. Why?
Because we use the new.
Yeah, because here in this one we use the new operator, but in this one we use the literal. Okay, so we need to focus on the same type of on the same way of creation. Okay, this is why here S6 it is not here. Okay, here it is not true. Okay, and now if I ask you if S1 is double equal to S6, so it should be true, officially true. Okay, because they refer to the same object. Okay, clear the difference between in the equalities between the double equal and the equals.
Yes,
Any question, guys? Any question? No question. Okay, so let's move to the strings methods. We said that the string is a class, so this class contains many methods. And among these methods, we said we start already by the length. Okay, now we have another string method which is compare to. Okay, so let's trace what we have done in the first, second, and third line. What we have done. Tell me. So we have S1, yeah, we create an S1, so I need some space. There is no space. Okay, I will create here S1. Okay, it will refer to Java Night. Nice. Okay, sorry for the bad writing. After that, I will create an S2. Okay, does S2 equal to S1 here, or I need to create a new one?
Yes, equal.
It will be the same or different?
The same. Refer
The
to the
same.
same.
The same Java is the same Java, this one?
No, no, small letter.
Yeah, it is not the same because here G is capital, here G is small. So I need to create another Java. Okay? Another Java, nice. Okay, so this is S2. After that, we will create S3 Java writes. Another S3. It is a Java writes. Okay, now the R and okay, and after that we have help, and after that we have helping. Okay, now if I asked you what is the output of S1 compared to S4. So in fact, compared to this method in string class, return an integer value. Okay, it will be the 0 if the integer is equal to the other string. Okay, if both are equals, so it will be 0. What is the case of 0 if you remember؟ متى طلعنا إنه هو قلنا نفس ال contents. If you have S1 equals to S2, okay? If you have S1 equals to S4, so the result will be 0, okay? Now, it will return a value that it is lower than 0 if the string is lexically less than the other string, okay? راح تعطي a difference and in negative value, and it will be positive value if the string is lexicographically greater than the other string. So it means that there are more characters, okay? Here there are less characters, okay? So it will show you the number of less characters or the number of more characters, okay? So this is the role of compare to. It will show you the number of values, okay? It will returns the integer value that describes if the first string is less than, equal, or greater than the second string, okay? Now let's focus on S1 and S4. S1, this is S1, okay? And this is S4. What is the difference, or what is the comparison? What will be the output? What will be the output? In the first, you need to compare the number of characters in both string. Okay? إذا كانت number of characters في الجهة اليسار أكبر, so it will be a negative value. إذا كانت أصغر, okay, so it will be a positive value. Now S1 is greater than S4, and how much? So it will be a positive value, okay? Any value that will be greater to S4, okay? Clear? So it will be here too. Now if I compare S4 with S1, because S4 is lower, okay, than S1, so it will be a negative value. Okay. Now S2 and S1. S2 and S1. Is it the same? We said that if it is the same, will be 0. So let's check.
Doctor, we can't hear your voice.
Now,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
من وين وقف الصوت؟ نعرف أعيد.
2 minutes, that's
2 minutes? Okay, so let's, we said that the compare to method returns an integer value. So this integer value is equal to 0 once your strings are equals to the other, literally, okay? The same contents. It means that equals اللي سويناها قبل شوي, equals, we said that it is the same contents. Now, if it is not the same contents, so it will report either a positive value or a negative value, and this is regarding to the string, okay? It is less or greater than the other side, okay? Now here we said that we will start by something is equal to 0. So if I compare S1 and S2, and I will ignore the case, the upper and lower case. What will be the result of compare to? What will be the result of compare to? Tell me, what is the result? It is 0, it is 1, it is 2, it is -1.
1.
1. Look at Java nice and the Java nice and ignore the case.
0.
0.
It is 0. Okay, because it will be the same. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Clear.
Now, if I compare S1 and S4, S1 and S4, does the S1 equal to equals to S4?
No.
No. So I need, okay, now I need to, so it should be a positive or a negative value. So how can I know it is positive or a negative value? We said that if string 1 is greater than string 2, if string 1, this is string 1, and this is string 2. If string 1 is greater than string 2, so it is positive. If string 1 is shorter than string 2, so it is negative. Okay. Now, how you can calculate this value? This value will be calculated as the string 1 dot the character at I, okay, minus the string 2 dot the character at the same I. So here, for example, where is S1? This is S1. This is S4. So it will be the character. What is the difference here? From the first character, okay? So this is a G and this is H. You will have different. So the index here, and you need to refer to the integer. Okay, so the is complicated. I need to write to you the formula. So the formula will be int, between brackets, it means that you need to what? What do you mean int? String 1 dot character at I minus the int. It means that you need to
Trusting.
what we have done int between parentheses means that you need to convert, okay, this character into an integer. Okay, so you need to take this value and int string 2, it is the same here, string 2 minus character. So this is how you can compare. Okay, this is string 2. Okay, so if you have the same characters, so this one will be equal to the second item. Okay, ASQ, if you remember, then just I need to make it bigger. So you need how you need to compare strings. You need to take the character, okay, the first character, and the first character at the other side. You need to convert these characters into the ASQ of okay, in this okay, in some universal system, okay, the if you know this notation, okay? So this is the number of each character in the Java, how the number are stored in Java. Each character has a number, okay? So this number will be compared with the other number, and you will take these numbers, okay, for all the different letters, and you will get this result. 2 minus 2, 32, minus 32, etc. Okay, minus 4, 3. This is the rule. Okay, so you need to bring with you the universal ASQ for all the strings, and you need to apply that. You will get these results. Okay, so we don't have enough time to do all of these things. You can think about that at home, and you can discuss with me later if you have any difficulty. Okay, clear? So you need to use this formula. This is the formula. You need to take the first letter, the second letter, the third letter, etc. Okay, and you need to make the difference between these letters. Now let's move to another strings methods, which are index of to lower, trim, to uppercase, substring, last index. This is all methods that you can use when you have the string variable, okay? Because we said that the string is a class, so there are many methods and many attributes for this class, and you can enjoy using all these attributes. So let's focus now at this string S1. It is systems analysis. S2, it is 10 nights, okay? After that, you need to print S1 dot index of S. What is the index? This is S1, and what is the index of S? This is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. This is S, okay? So it will print the index of the first S that will find, okay? Now, if I ask the program to print S1 dot index of S and 3, it means that the 3S, okay? The third one, okay? So this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one, okay? So if you ask, so we can see that it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? This is 6. So you can see here it is the third one, and although S here it is not, it is capital. So I think this is not true, unless you need to ignore the case, okay? You need to ignore the case to have this true. Otherwise, this S will be the true one, okay? Now for the S1 index of capital N here, S1, you don't have capital N, system analysis. So here there is a problem. So it will, it will report -1. Why? Because he didn't find this number. So in the, you need to have a look at this. You need to have a look at this index of method implementation. And in this index of implementation, you can see that the output index of method in Java, you can see that the output will be -1 if this method will didn't find any of this variable. And we need the index of implementation. So you can see the implementation at this. Yeah, this is the return value. It will be a number. the first position where the search value occurs. Once it is not occurred, so it will be -1. Okay, so you need to have a look at the syntax of your index. This is the chart. It will refer. It will be the character of the specified index. Okay, and it will be empty if this index is out of range. For the we can have a look at the index of. So here we have index of, we have last index of. This is last index of. So in the last index of, it means that it will return the position where the search value occurs and the last one. Okay, it will be the last one, and -1 if it is not if it is not shown. Okay, the length. This is the length of your array. So you can have all of this to have a look at these implementations. For us, just we need to know what is the output of these methods in order to use it. Okay, for the substring. For the substring, طيب أعطيها مو مشكلة. Okay, for the let's have at the index, last index. So the last index of S, you can see this is the S, the last one. If you compare, so it will be of S. This is the last index, so it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is 15. Okay. So there are many. This is if you compare something that to uppercase, how to make your string to uppercases. This is uppercase. Okay, of your string. This is the lowercase of your string. Okay. You can trim also. You can make some division of your string. You can replace also, but by letters. So there are, you can enjoy many and a lot of methods for this string. Okay, just you need to have a look. This is the string class. You have the replace. This is some replace methods in the string methods. Okay. So the replace, you need to add the you need to give for this method the old character, okay, and the new character, and the output will be string. Replace first, it will replace the first occurrence, okay, of this character, the old character with the new character, and it will return a string. Replace all, it will replace all characters, okay. This is, it will replace the all matching, okay, and here it will replace the all matching by substrings, okay, and here split, it will return an array of string consisting of substrings split by the delimiter. So this is some examples about replace. If you replace this E by capital A, so you will get this result, this E and this one. It will replace all the occurrence of E by the capital A. If you replace the first occurrence of E by AB, so it will be this output. It will, if you replace E by AB, not the first, so all of E will be replaced. If you replace EL by AB, so you have only EL1, so this is the EL. And now if you replace all this, okay, strings by N, okay, so it will, so this is a replacement of sub strings, okay. This is your string here, A plus B and this symbols and C, and you will replace this dollars with this symbol with N and N. So it will be A plus B. This is A. This plus, okay, will be changed by N and N. After that B. After that N and N, N and N, and C. Okay. So this is the output. It means here that you need to replace all the equivalents of these symbols with this substring. Okay. Now the string splitting using different delimiters. When you have different delimiters, generally the delimiter will be the space. Okay, if you have a space between the words, so it means that it is a split between this.
كنتش داخل عشان نعمل تمام
طيب خلاص انا جاي.
لو تبي تدخل شيء بس
Okay, so the string here we have what we have done here. What is this?
Array.
An array of a string. Okay, the data type that you will store in this array, it is a string. Okay, قبل شوية شفنا array of integer, so we used int and the enclosed brackets. Okay, so it means that we will store or we will save integer inside this array. Now we will save strings in this array, and what is the name of this array? It is tokens. Okay, so this is what you have. You will store. You have this string dot split. Split, this is a method, okay, in your string, and it will split using when you are using this delimiter. Okay, once you have this delimiter, so you will store this this word. Okay, now if I use a print for all the strings, so I will get Java, HTML, and Perl. Okay, this is the contents of your tokens. Okay, clear?
Clear.
Now, okay, so this is the different tokens. You can use also another line after that. Now you have good morning, have fun. Okay, you will store in a variable now. It is not in a variable of data type called text and data type string. It is not an array like that. Okay, and you will create, so this is your string. Now you have another, you will create an array of strings called words, and now you will use the trim and the split and using all these characters. Okay, when you have these characters, it means that you need to split into words, and this means that the limiter will be anything that it is not a word. Okay, this is, it is a split for anything that is not a word. Okay, this is what is meant by this, all this instruction. Okay, you will split text, this text, good morning, have fun. Why? Because you have different delimiter. If you have only one delimiter like this, the first case, so just you will use split and where the case, if it is a space, if it is the square character, if it is whatever. Okay, but if you have different, so here you have, for example, space, here space, here you have point. Okay, here you have the exclamation point, etc. So you need something that help you to string or to make a split of your string using the words, and you can use this. Okay, so for int from 0 to the length of your word. Okay, if you print all the different words, so it will be good morning, have fun. Okay, just the word. Okay, clear?
Clear.
Now we will carry some comparison between the strings and the arrays. So in the first, tell me what we have done here. What we have done?
Arrays of characters.
Array of character. Okay, we create an array of character and we initialize this array by NIGHT. Okay, so you have now, this is your array. It will point to NIGHT, and you can see here the index. We said that the array is indexed. Okay, so you can access, you can change the value of your array of your array item using the index, and it is immutable. Okay, so this is what we have done in the first line till now. Okay, it is n till now. Now I will create an object word of data type string night. So this is word, this is night till now. Okay, this is the object night, and I will print the first character at the array. So how can I print the first character? Just I will access the first character using the index. It is array of 0, the first character. The second character, it is array of 1. The third character, it is array of 2. The last character, it is array of length dot array. Okay, -1. The last character. If I asked you the last character. Okay, now if I asked you to print the character at word, you can have character at word for the string. You cannot change, just you can print. Okay, so you can print the word and the character at 0. It means that it is the first character. Okay, this is the first item in your array. Now if I ask you the length of your array, so just use dot length. But the length of your word, so it is a method, so you need to use these empty parentheses. Okay, now you can change the array of 0 by L. Array is immutable, so you can change the contents of your array. So now N, it is equal to light. Okay, L. Now you can replace, okay, word is equal to word dot replace N by L. So this is your word. What is your word? Yeah, this is your word. And when you replace N by L, it will not replace this N by L. It is forbidden because we said that the strings are immutable. You cannot change. You will rather create a new string, okay, with these changes. It will create a new string, okay? So you will create a new string where you replace the N by L, it will be light. And now this object will be, okay, in the garbage, okay? There is no reference for this night, okay? Now if you print the word, it will be light, okay? Now you will create another array of character, and you will assign k dot to char array. So what is here? What you we have already create a string k. This is k and cat. Okay, and after that you need to convert this character into array. So you have to char array. It will split this character into this string, into characters. So you will have, this is your small, okay? It will contain CAT, cat, okay? C in the first index, A in the second index, and T in the third index. Now, if you can access all the items of your array, you can change it. So you can change this C by R. Okay, this is the array mutable. You have a string also M. It is a new string small. So this is the small. Where is your small now? you have a new string, so you need to create a new string, small, okay? You have a new string, M. This is M, okay? Sorry. And does this small, what is this small? That this small is a string or what? Can I create a small like that? A string small? Is it true if I said that this M is equal to small?
Yes.
What do you, yes? So if you focus on this small, you can find that it is not between quotation. There is no double quotations here, okay? If it is double quotation, so this will be true. But this is not double quotation. This is a variable, small. And small here is a array. So just you will take the contents of this array and you will make this variable, concatenate the different values of your array into a string. Okay? And now you can print your M, and your M now will be right. Okay? Clear?
Clear.
Okay, clear. So it is clear now that the arrays are mutable. You can access any items in your array. You can change its value, but you cannot change the value of your string. Even when you use replace, when you use replace all, when you use replace at, okay? It means that you will create a new object, a new strings with this replacement. You will not make this replacement into your string, okay? Also, you can create an array from a string. You can create a string from an array. So this is allowed, and this is using these two lines. This is how to create an array from a string, and how from a string, and how to create a string from an array. Okay. Now this is another examples about strings. So this is the longest, for example, word. Okay. So if I asked you how you can get the longest word in your string. So, given that you will give your method the string, okay, of words, okay, the word that will contain an array of strings, okay. Now, how you can find, so imagine that this is your array, and in this array you have words, okay, كلمات جوة الجدول, okay. How you can find the longest word, أطول كلمة في هذا الجدول. زي ما نسوي الماكسيموم المينيموم دائما نفس الطريقة. اوكي this is the same way to finding the maximum, the minimum. Okay, you will define a new variable, longest, okay, in which you will store the longest word. Okay, بالطبع هنا الداتا type it is a string, so the output will be string. okay, هي كلمات فهتكون كلمة، أطول كلمة هتكون بنفس الداتا تايب كلمة. We will start by the empty اللي هي زيرو مثلا إذا أرقام، empty الكلمة الفاضية. okay, and once you will keep comparing this word with the first one, with the second one, with the third one, until you go through to this list or to this array. And once you find that the length of this word is greater than the length of the length that you created, you will make replacement. Okay, تبدل. Okay, now we will start by the first one. You will create the length word I, it is word of 0.length. If it is greater than longest اللي احنا مسويينه اطول كلمه. اوكي راح نخزن فيها اطول كلمه dot length, so longest will be word of I. okay, if it is not, so I will equal to 1. نفس الشيء. word of one if it is greater dot length if it is greater than the فايش راح يسوي؟ راح ياخذ اول شيء الوورد الاولى، صح ولا لا؟ بعدين الوورد الاولى راح يقارنها مع الثانيه. اذا طول الكلمه الثانيه اطول من الاولى فحيغير، حيجيب مكان الاولى الثانيه، وهكذا الين ما يوصل الى نهايه الاري. اوكي. and at the end it will return the longest. okay, because here you have a string. This is the data type of the return value. If it is void, so you don't need to return. Now here start with A, for example. Okay, if I asked you, give me the words in this array that start with A. So again, you will go through your array. Okay, you will compare the first character. This is the first character at 0 with A. If it is, so you have an incrementer and you will increment, because here you need to input to output, sorry, an integer. Okay, so it is the number of words that start with 0 or with that start with A, sorry. Okay, clear? So this is two methods. Now I need to apply these methods, to test these methods on an array of strings in order to evaluate, to see if it is correct or not, if I have any problem. Okay, so I will inside the main method, because you said that you know that in the main method you can execute, you can test your methods, your class. Okay, you will create a string, an array of a string. It will contain all Arab countries are here. Okay, and after that I will print the longest word and the word that start with A. Okay, so the longest word will be countries. Okay, it will be longest word of array. You can see here the longest word, and you need to give as argument an array of string. So your array now of string is array here. Okay, the name. Now if you apply also the start with A another time as arguments, you need to give this method an array of a string, and it is called here array. Okay, so there are two words start with A. There are two words start with A. And what is the difference here between the println and the printf? What is the difference? Tell me. What is the difference between println and the printf?
Println is in print to new line.
Yeah, good.
And printf is format.
Good, good, good. So here you will have some format to respect, and this is the format here. Okay, so you have here some number which is here the integer. Okay, you inform the compiler that you have here an integer that will be written, and it is in fact the number of words that start with A. Okay. Now convert characters and numbers to strings. So the string class provides several static value of methods for converting the character, an array of characters and numerical value to strings. We have seen already how to convert an array to a string. Okay, the rat here. Okay, we have convert an array called small to a string M. Okay. Now these static overloaded methods have the same name value of with different arguments types as character, an array of character, double, long, etc. Okay, so for example, to convert a double value to a string, use string value of and this double. Okay, so this will return a string that consists 5, the point, the 4, and the 4. Okay, so this is how you can convert, for example, a double. If you need to convert a character, for example, it is the same. Okay, value of this character And now instead of evaluating this character as a character, it will be evaluated as a string. Okay, so this is the difference. Now we will talk about a very interesting classes in Java, which are called the string builder and the string buffer. Okay, in fact, the string builder and the string buffer will be classes that are mutable. We said that the string is not mutable, so you cannot change. Okay, once you create a string, you cannot change the string. You will create a new string and so on. Okay, now these string builder and string buffers are classes that are an alternative to string class. It will do the same as the string, just they will have other properties that the string class does not. Okay, so the string buffer and the string builder are mutable. It means that are more flexible than string, so you can add, you can insert, you can append and into a string buffer, okay, without the need to create a new string as the case of the string class. Okay, clear from the beginning what is the object of the string builder and the string buffer? It is to mitigate the advantage of the string, which is the immutability. You cannot change, you cannot insert, you cannot add, okay, like the arrays. So the string builder classes, we will start by the constructors, okay? So you have constructor with no arguments, you have constructor with one argument that is the capacity, and you have a constructor with a string, okay? So the first one with no arguments, it will construct an empty string builder with capacity equal to 60. Okay, once you didn't define the length of your or the capacity of your string builder, it is okay, it will be 60. Okay, now if you give the capacity, so it will construct a string builder with the specified capacity 10, 12, 13, etc. If you give a string, so it will construct a string builder with the specified string, and by the way, with the specified length of this string. Okay, now if I give you a string builder SB using the new string builder hello, okay, so this SB will refer to the character sequence HELLO, but with a space for an additional 16 characters. So the object referenced by SB will contain 21 characters. Okay, so this is an advantage of the string builder. Even if you create using a string, so the length of this string will be added to this 16. Okay, clear? Sorry. So add now methods. What are the methods for these classes? As we have look at the methods for the string, we have the we have the length, we have index of, we have last index of, we have at char at, sorry, we have also split, we have slash. Okay, we have also here in the string builder the toString. It will return the string object from the string builder. The capacity, it will return the capacity of this string builder. The character at, it will return the character at the specified index. Okay. The length, it will return the number of characters in this builder. The set length, it will set a new length in this builder. Substring, okay, it will return the substring starting at start index. Okay. Substring, another one with different arguments, it will return a substring from the start index to the end index. Okay, and the trim to size, it will reduce the storage size used for the string builder. Okay, so even the size will be different. So look at this example. If we create a string builder ASB, using the new string builder Bob. Okay, so what is the length of your string builder? You need to distinguish between the length and the capacity. The length, we said that it is the number of items occupied by letters already. So you can see here that there is 3 letters. That the first, this is the 3 letters that will be occupied in your string builder. But the capacity is this 3 plus 16, so it is 19. Okay, clear? Now, if we use append X, it means that you will use, it will be Bob. Okay, after that you have here this space, after that I, after that S, after that space. So this is your ASB now. Okay, if you append 50 also, you can append 50. This is 50, just you will add the 5 and 0. Now, if I asked you about the length, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 9. And what about the capacity? It is the same, it is 19. Okay? If I ask you to delete the character at 0, so I will delete this one. So this is your ASB now. If I ask you to insert at the index 0 G, okay, so this is insert. And be aware that insert will increase the number, or the length will increase the length. Now the length of your ASB will be 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Okay, because we have already here delete 1, so here it is 8 and here 9. This is the length. Okay, the capacity is the same, it is 19. Just the length is can change. If you can use also reverse, so it will reverse the components. It will start by 0, 5, space, S, I, etc. You can also convert your ASP to string. So just it will concatenate the different items. Okay, clear? Clear, guys?
Clear.
It's clear.
Yes,
So
Yes,
this is
clear.
yes. So this is if we compare the string builder versus the string mutability, we said that the strings are immutable. Okay. So this code, if I make changes, so this code will create 10,001 different string, okay, objects. We said that we can replace, but every time after replacement or after concatenation, we will create a new string. Okay, and all the others will be and reference will be in the garbage. Okay, so however, using the string builder, it is immutable, so you can avoid these creation of a huge number of strings that will be in the garbage. Okay, and it will be all in one object. Okay, so this is the regarding the mutability. Now let's focus on the wrapper classes. Okay, so this is another important thing in the Java. Java employs the object wrappers. It means that it will encapsulate all the primitive data type and allow them to be treated as objects. Okay, so from the primitive data type, there are some classes, okay, wrapper classes that will be created. So integer, instead of you have only the primitive data integer, you can create a classes, okay, integer, long, short. You can see here that the first letter is capital. So this is, it means that this is a classes, okay? And their internal values cannot be changed once the objects are created. So this is the integer, okay, class. This is the double class, okay. Here the integer and the double will be treated as referenced classes, okay, reference objects, okay. Now another time, if I need to use the value of, we said that you can use the value of in the string in order to change from string to double to sorry, from double to string, from character to string, etc. You can also use the numeric wrapper classes, have a useful class, it is value of, and you can use value of a string. Now, this method will create a new object initialized to the value represented by the specified string. Now, you can, instead of this string, you can convert this string to a double. Okay, you can convert this string to an integer. You can convert this string, okay, to a string. Okay, another string. Okay, sorry, this is to convert a double into a string. Okay, so you can now move from string to any wrapper class or from wrapper class to any string. Okay, and the methods for parsing these strings into numbers. So you can also use integer parse int string. So it will take a string and returns an integer. Okay, double parse string to string, it will take a string and returns as a double. Okay, so here this 13 from string to integer, this 13.1 from string to double. Okay, so this is the end of this lecture. Thank you very much for your attendance, for your time, and please ask question if you have any question, guys.
Thank you.